Hi students, JNTUK R16 third year ECE subject microwave Chevrolet Engineering College lecture number 15. Welcome to all. So here I mentioned problem from a two cavity previous reflex klystron. Take problem. So operating frequency of reflex klystron 10 gigahertz. So F equal to 10 gigahertz. And it has beam voltage. So 200 volt. And a Rippler spacing 0.1 centimeter. 0.1 centimeter for 1 3/4 mode. So it a fundamental mode now. Everybody identify the mode. Yes, it is fundamental mode. So determine maximum power. Determine maximum power and corresponding Rippler voltage for beam current 60 milliamperes. So it is already this type of problem briefly discussed here. So for what is a so take a fundamental formula. So equation number 1. So it is a fundamental formula. So P max. So P maximum equals to 1.25 V naught I naught divided by omega LR. So VR plus V naught multiplied by square root of E by 2mv naught. So don't forget this formula. Everybody take snapshot for problem. Take snapshot. This is the P maximum. So from the given data, what is our observation? So Rippler voltage must be calculated for in order to calculate the maximum thing. So this is the equation number 2. So already we have knowledge from previous equation. So that is V naught by VR plus V naught square 1 by 8 1 by omega square L square E by M. Just to recall, rewind the formula from our previous theory 2 pi n by pi by 2 whole square. Just substitute. So you have V naught now. So V naught equal to 200. And this is V naught equal to 200. So what is the here 1 by 8? E by M you have na 1.759 10 power 11. Clear? So 2 pi fundamental mode na n equal to 2 pi by 2 whole square. So divided by, so you have omega square L square na 2 pi f. What is L? So given data 0.1 centimeter. So you are got 6.71 10 power minus 4. 6.71 10 power minus 4. So already they mentioned the Rippler voltage now. So therefore Rippler voltage 372 volt. So what is the power maximum value from here? So again power maximum. So we have finally substitutions. So 1.25 V naught 200 I naught 60 current. So we are ripple R. So finally you got ripple R 370. So that one. So V naught 2 pi F naught. So E 1.759 10 power 11 by 2 MV naught. So you are got 2.73 watts. Power na watts. So determine the maximum value of the power. So come back to the question here. Determine maximum value of the power. What is the power maximum from this one? So that is the power P max. So P maximum equals to 2.73 watts. Okay, so this is the answer for this problem. So here 2.73. I think everybody understand this problem. Take snapshot. So microwave engineering, unit number 4. So this is the brief index as per JNTUK. So as per JNTUK, so MWE. So brief introduction. Traveling wave tubes. So traveling wave tubes. So structure of traveling wave tube. What is the structure of traveling wave tube? Before that, how to analyze these slow wave structures, types, characteristics, significance. What is the significance? Briefly, the term helix traveling wave tube. Helix traveling wave tube. The suppression of oscillations. The nature of propagation constants. Just only qualitative treatment. So it is part 1, unit number 4, part 1. Next, part 2, M-type tubes. So M-type tubes. So in M-type tubes, cross-field effects. Cross-field effects. So it is meant by introduction. How to involve this M tube. How to involve this M tube. Cross-field effects. So magnetron. So our focus is on magnetron, different types. 8 cavity cylindrical traveling wave magnetron. So how to magnetron. So cutoff conditions, resonating modes. So PI mode operations, separation of PI modes, the output characteristics. So entirely this fourth unit, so we have traveling wave tube and we have magnetron. So only 2 components two microwave components, traveling wave tube and magnetron. So let we look one by one in clear manner. Take snapshot for this index slide, unit number 4. So traveling wave tube. So it is a first slide, traveling wave tube. So in communication, so we have two types of devices according to frequency, narrow band. So you are familiar in our analog communication, digital communication, these words, wide band or broadband. It's nothing but if you are drawing frequency versus power, so it is the broadband. So it is the broadband. So all this, if you have having some particular narrow band. So traveling wave tube is a broadband device. So traveling tube is broadband. And this traveling wave tube proposed in 1946. So basic introduction slide here. Traveling wave tube proposed in 1946. So in traveling wave tube, propagation of the signals. So that is propagating speed of the wave. So propagating speed of the signals which are be available in the electron beam as like in the microwave circuit, which is in non-resonant. So the future of this traveling wave tube is non-resonant. So here I am talking about the principle of traveling wave tube. The weak electrical fields which are associated with traveling wave produces small amount of velocity modulation, so that initially affects the beam. Similar to that of our previous two cavity klystron and reflex klystron, here also traveling wave, nothing but electron beam focus. Presence of electron beam causes to create traveling wave. So the traveling wave parallelly fields are associated with this traveling wave. So all fields are associated with this traveling wave. Therefore, finally, the principle. So what is the principle here? We are called velocity modulation. So you have the velocity modulated wave. Clear, everybody? So with this velocity modulation, after a certain time, it will be translated to current modulation as like in the klystron, where RF current is induced in the particular circuit and that causes amplification process. So some aspects. So this traveling wave tube structure and klystron structures are be a comparatively very closer with one to another one. So this is the basic introduction slide for traveling wave tube. So go to the next slide. So very important short answers questions. So explain. So question here. Explain comparisons or distinguish traveling wave tube and klystron. So comparison table for traveling wave tube and klystron. Take snapshot. So traveling wave tube left side and a klystron right side. So point number 1, in traveling wave tube, RF signals travel along the beam. So in this traveling wave tube, so all signals are traveled that should be followed with the same velocity and same direction. Nothing but in traveling wave tube, it makes distribution of interaction between the electron beam and the traveling wave. That is the main important in traveling wave tube. So that's why here radio frequency signals are travel along with the beam. All radio signals are travel along with the beam. Clear? Whereas in klystron, so our radio frequency is stationary and only the beam generated electron beam only to be transferred. Clear? That is the main importance of this traveling and klystron. So come to next point. So the interaction of electron beam and RF field in the traveling wave tube is continuous over the entire length of the circuit. So in the particular traveling wave tube, electron beam and field associated are to be in continuous phenomena in traveling wave tube component. Whereas in klystron, interaction of electrons in the klystron occur only in the gap with respect to the resonant cavity. So we have in two cavity klystron, we have two number of cavities. Multi klystron, four cavities, four reflex single cavity. So therefore interaction of electrons occurs only at the gaps. Now come to third point, point number 3. So as we know that traveling wave tube is a non-resonant family type and the klystron component is a resonant structure. So non-resonant and resonant. Here. Point number 4. So here in the traveling wave tube, wave propagation will occur, whereas in the klystron, there is no propagating the wave, only the due to the electron velocity modulation that should be converted into current modulation. So that is the point number 4. So point number 5. Traveling wave tube uses slow wave structures for input and output. So already our unit focusing on slow wave structures. Slow wave structures. So two klystron family. So it is one type of the klystron family. So klystron devices use the term cavities for both input and output. So klystron will use the input and output. Clear? So point number 6. Klystron uses only low power output. So output power is very low. So whereas output power is little bit high. So point number 7. So klystron has small life period, a running time, whereas traveling wave tube has long life period for microwave devices constructions and for prototype designing. So this is the very important table for our end examination, comparisons between klystron structures as well as traveling wave tube structures. Take snapshot. So come to next slide. What is the significance? So what is the significance of this? So in this slide, what is the significance of traveling wave tube? So as we know that the basic significance of this traveling wave tube structures, the basic significance involves is a first, I think traveling wave tubes are used to construct so TWT makes very distributed interaction between an electron beam and a traveling wave. So that is here the significance of traveling wave tubes are, so these are very much 40 dBs, so approximately 40 dB gain. So these are able to provide 40 dB. Similarly, bandwidth, so very good bandwidth, nothing but bandwidth comparisons. So the bandwidth has octave bandwidth. Nothing but what is the bandwidth of one octave is upper frequency is twice that of lower frequency. So that is the significance. What are the significance of these traveling wave tubes are nothing but these are very high gain devices. Number one, high gain and low noise also. So that is here high gain device, low noise, bandwidth is wider. So these with these features, traveling wave tubes are used to construct RF amplifiers. And another significance parameter for traveling wave tube is, so these traveling wave tubes are constructed 300 megahertz to so operating frequencies. So these TWT operating values are 50 giga. So another significance parameter for traveling wave tube equal to voltage amplification. So traveling wave tube uses voltage amplification. So another one is traveling wave tube. Another significance is, so it is a broadband slow wave structure. So So traveling wave tube is another significance. See, watch in this slide, we have so many. I mentioned all significance parameter. Number one, gain. Number two, low noise. Number three, wider band, broadband. Number four, operating frequency. Number five, voltage amplification. Number six, slow wave device. So what is the significance? Another significance, the construction principle of traveling wave tube is nothing but interaction between traveling wave structure and electron beam. So this is the main operation behind of this traveling wave tubes. And these traveling wave tubes are used for extending the interaction of electron beam RF field, try to make both in the same direction with the same velocity. I think, but in that traveling wave tube, if the electron beam travels with velocity generated by anode voltage, therefore RF field, radio frequency field, propagates with a velocity equals to velocity of light. So that is the main important principle of TWT. So the interaction between this RF field and moving electron beam will take place only when RF field is retarded by some means. So normally these slow wave structures utilized to retard the RF field. Clear? Nothing but here RF field is retarded. That's why called slow wave structures. So moving of electron beam will take place by this RF field retarded. So field retardation, slow, so retarded field. So retarded field. That's why called here slow wave structures. So by all this phenomena, so these traveling wave tubes are normally called as slow wave structures with the retarded field future. So the significance of traveling wave slide is this one. So it is slow wave structure, broadband device, slow wave device, high gain, low noise, wider bandwidth, frequency range up to 50 gigahertz. Very good slow wave structure, voltage amplification, and further and another important difference with respect to klystron structures, where electron beam travels with RF field remains stationary. That's why I mentioned in the previous slide. So here we have the cavity structures. So the interaction of electrons in the klystrons only at certain gaps. So only at certain gaps. Whereas in this traveling wave tube occur only entire length. So that is the particular structures. That's why here non-resonant and resonant criteria also be explained here. So in this lecture, we are familiar about differentiation, comparisons between klystrons and TWTs. What is the meaning for slow wave structures and what is the significance of TWTs? So in upcoming lecture, structure of TWT, the suppression of oscillations. So thank you for watching this video lecture.